Bang, let's get it. I'm on Daily Grind Fantasy with it, and we on Dabble. Look at all this value. Let's start from the top. Data point selected. Jacoby Williams from Texas Tech. This is the running back at Texas Tech. We're taking him to go under 15 and a half carries. Pace. Under 15 and a half carries for Jacoby Williams. Where is it? Rushing attempts. Less. Next is Martin Perez pitching outs under 15 and a half. For the White Sox, copy that. Pace. Martin Perez under 15 and a half pitching outs. Let's go. I got Connor Wigman from Houston. Is this Houston's quarterback? His rushing yards is at 25 and a half. Multiple books has it at 29 and a half, 31, 30 and a half. This line is sharp. We're taking over 25 and a half rushing yards for Connor Wigman. Copy. Paste. I don't know how many I'm going to make this, but this is over 25 and a half rushing yards for Connor. More. That's 3 picks if you're interested in that. That pays out 6x. I'm going to keep going. I got Nico to go over 237 and a half passing yards. Look at the discrepancy. 242, 257, 247. We're taking the over 237 for Nico at UCLA. Copy. Paste. Nico. Over. That's more. That's 4 picks. What about Andrew Palanta? His pitcher strikeouts under 3.5. I hate these low ass strikeout lines. Under 3.5 is insane. Let's go see. Pace. Andre. Under 3.5. He got 3 strikeouts in his last outing. This is going to be a flex play. I'm up to 5 now. The 6th play is going to be Dorian Thomas from New Mexico, a wide receiver, over 56.5 receiving yards. Look at the discrepancy. These plays are extremely valuable. Copy. Come on. Paste that. Dorian Thomas to go over 56.5 receiving yards. Bang, let's get it. That's 6 picks. If you want to do a 6-pick flex, there you are. And those are the most valuable plays on it. I think I might just stop at the 6-pick flex as the value begins to diminish, but definitely not saying that these plays aren't valuable enough. Nah, it looked like there's even 6 more. You'll want to drop a 12-pick. Nah, I'm gonna run with the 6-pick flex. Most valuable plays on the board right now. And I'm gonna move on. All in? No, we're gonna hedge that and we're gonna play a 6-pick flex play. Bang, let's get it. As you can see on Dabble, there's still a ton more value after the top 6. Those are just the most valuable players on the board. I run with that. Bang, let's get it. Now over to pickfinder.app. I'm going to check out some trending plays from the MLB. All those games should be over, but just in case, let me put in my filters that I like. I get rid of that. I want hits allowed, walks, earned runs, pitching outs, hit runs, and RBIs. And then I want pitcher strikeouts, close. And the last 10, everything you see has an 80% hit rate over the last 10 games or higher. Everything on the board has an 80% hit rate or higher. Tanner BB to give up 5 hits. Let's go look. He's given up 5 hits in 100% of his games over the last 10 outings. I'm playing this straight. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. That bitch look like it's only at Hard Rock. I hate that. I mean, it's only at Underdog. Let's go see. Wait, Tanner BB. I forgot who he playing against. It's against the White Sox. Let's look at the lineup versus the White Sox. And we're saying he's giving up 5 hits. He's giving up 5 hits in 10 straight outings. If you can find it, I like Tanner BB to go over 4.5 hits allowed. Next, look at Dominic Smith, hit runs on RBI. Damn, this bitch ain't everywhere though. It's only on Underdog over at plus 111. He's hitting this at 90% over this last. He's hitting this at 90% over his last 10 games. He did not go over at his latest outing, but prior to that, 9 straight. And then it's the Giants versus the Dodgers. It's Yamamoto on the mound. He got 3 at bats, batting 333 versus him. I like this play, but it's only at a couple of spots. Look like Underdog right now. Let's go back out here. Oh, speaking of Yamamoto, his strikeout line is at 6. He's been crushing this. He had 10 Ks in back-to-back outings. Look how many times he had 6. That's it as a push line. I'm not sure I like that. It's only on Prize Picks. It's only at Prize Picks. 5.5. Ooh, look. over 5.5 at flip at minus 155. Not really interested. Juan Soto to go over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. He's hit this at 90% of his last 10 games, but you can't find it anywhere, which is weird. Why isn't it only on Underdog? That's crazy. But still, I like Juan Soto to go over. What about Benintendi? Did he go yard the other day? This is also on. Hold the fuck up. Something's going on. I got everything selected. All the books that I like. I'm just only seeing lines from Underdog for some reason. Martin Perez, he was a sharp play at the 3.5 strikeouts. And then, oh look, Shohei Ohtani to go over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. That's sweet. 80% to go over. It's on Dabble at 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Hit Shohei Ohtani as well for tomorrow. And look, like I said, everything you see on the board has an 80% hit rate. I also like Mookie Betts to go over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Dodgers are playing against the Giants. I'm sure. Who's on the mound? Verlander. Verlander's on the mound versus the Dodgers. Mookie Betts went crazy yesterday. He had 10 hit runs and RBI. I like him and Ohtani to go off on Verlander and the rest of the Giants bullpen. And who else I like? I like Harrison Betr over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. It's hitting at 80% over the last 10 games. And this is also on Dabble. Who they playing against? It's Philly versus Kansas City. Oh, look, it's Lorenzen versus Harrison Betr. He has 8 at-bats, batting .250, only 2 RBIs, no home runs for Harrison Betr. I like him to go over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Who else I like on this bitch? I talked about Benintendi, Casey Smith. A ton of these batters have 80% to the over. There's another one, Kenner, 80% to the over, 1.5 hit runs and RBI. I'm gonna mark him as well. And let me go back and see what the unders look like. Look at this, 100% to the under. Trevor Rogers earned runs. Trevor Rogers not giving up 3 earned runs. Take the under here. He hasn't given up 3 earned runs in 10 straight outings. Trevor Rogers to go under 2.5 earned runs. Who else under I like? Martin Perez not giving up 6 hits. He hasn't given up 6 hits over the last 10 outings. I like Martin Perez not to give up 6 hits. That one's also on Dabble. Let me go back here and see what else unders that I like. A few plays at 90% to the under. Kurt Eisball under 1.5 hit runs and RBI. 90% to the under. Why is it only on fucking Underdog? Underdog really got it. A lot of the plays. Angel Martinez under 1.5 hit runs and RBIs, hitting at 80% over the last 10 games. It's a ton of them. I swear I'm not going to play all of them, but this is why you kind of need Pick Find It Out app. You could go through this bitch yourself and play as many bitches as you want. But there's so many plays at an 80% hit rate to the under, a ton of plays with 90, 80 to the over, and as you can see here, and look at the implied probability to the over real quick. Look at all this green from here on up. Carson Williams on Dabble. This is implied probability. I like these. Yandy Diaz over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. I like that as well. Oh, look at Chris Bassett. Oh, that's over 5.5 Ks. I don't think he's done it a lot. He hasn't, but he's juiced to go over on DraftKings and FanDuel. But it's only on Dabble. It's at 5.5. I don't like the track record. The last 10, he's been under 60% of the time. Anyway, let me go back to Dabble just in case anything changed. I hit refresh, see if I got anything new. And I don't, but I think that's enough. That would do it. I'm ReallyRico, you already know. Let's get this dough, bro. Peace. I'm out.